And on that note, I want to introduce Rabi's session on TikTok Shop, how you can make that channel and that platform work for you on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. TikTok is a beast to wrangle and it's difficult to work with on the best of days, especially if you're like from the brand side. Rabia, what do you have for us today?
Yeah, absolutely. So the sessions have been really good so far. Be ready for what I'm about to drop because I'm about to drop some sauce for the TikTok Shop people. The TikTok Shop Black Friday Cyber Monday playbook for 2025. So why TikTok Shop matters for Black Friday Cyber Monday? So last year, TikTok Shop hit 100 million in sales in a single day. And this year, it's becoming even more mainstream. People are trusting TikTok Shop more than ever. And it's becoming a core sales channel for e-commerces during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And basically, everyone knows about the virality of TikTok and what it does, the halo effect for brands. So you can expect sales on Shopify, Amazon, and all of your sales channel because of the viral videos on TikTok Shop. So it's not just a conversion channel, it's also a discovery channel for e-commerce brands. So if you're not on TikTok Shop yet, I don't know what you're doing, but you're sleeping. So there's three things that you need to make sure that you have to make this a success on TikTok Shop. So you've got the storytelling and the engagement that needs to be there from the creators. You need to have a strong offer that ties into the authentic content that's coming out. And you need to be consistent, and the timing is very important as well. So we see a lot of people treating TikTok Shop as a side channel. If you don't allow the proper resources into your TikTok Shop, you're not going to make this a success. It's very labor intensive and it requires being consistent. My name is Rabi. I'm the founder of Livano agency. We're an affiliate marketing agency that scales brand through creators and affiliate systems. I've got over 5 years of experience in the e-commerce space, and I've seen firsthand what works for brands and what doesn't during Black Friday. If you've got any questions, you've got our details on the screen right there. So TikTok Shop Black Friday, Cyber Monday doesn't actually start during the week of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You need to prepare for that event. For TikTok Shop, if the algorithm doesn't know you exist, it cannot reward you. So you want to make sure you plan ahead. And today we're 4 weeks out, and it's really the time to get on TikTok and start moving. What you need to do first, you need to warm up the algorithm. Start teasing your Black Friday deals at least 4 weeks early, which is starting today. If you only post during Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend, you're going to lose the algorithm's traction and you're not going to have enough data for TikTok Shop to push your products to the right people. So you need to, if you haven't already, test multiple hooks and creative angles. You need to also validate your ICP, ideal customer profile. And this is huge, by the way, guys. You can think that you already know your ICP with other sales channel like Meta Ads and Shopify, but when you get on TikTok, the algorithm decides on something completely different. So we've seen this with our clients. They think they know what's their ICP, and once they get on TikTok, the algorithm decides for them that it's going to be another ICP. So you need to find out what's yours. And then with the content creators that have done creatives for you, you want to reuse the top performing creators and carry on working with them. To do that, you'll work on retainers, which I'll cover on the next couple of slides. You want to create your creators to tease early access, limited drops, or the discounts that you've got coming up. So first, what you need to do is you need to go on TikTok under your Seller Center and Marketing. You'll find on campaigns the TikTok Shop's official Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and flash sales campaigns. So you want to go on there because this is where you're going to drive the majority of your seasonal volume. TikTok Shop will actually help you drive some exposure with those marketing campaigns that they have going on. So to do so, you can just go on your Seller Central, as I said. And as you can see on my screen right there, there's a few products that you can register, a few campaigns. So you'll just go on there and you want to register your SKUs. This is a standard one, which you just press register and you register now. And you should be able to see another one as well, which is going to be a flash sale campaign for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So you want to take advantage of that and register into those campaigns. The benefits of that is basically you'll get some platform funded coupons by TikTok Shop. TikTok will cover parts of your discount, so why not? You'll have priority placement as well. So your listings will appear in banners, badges, and the deal tab. So when the viewers will actually be scrolling into TikTok's deals. You want them to be able to discover your products as well. But the biggest one is the algorithmic boost. So the participation on those campaigns will improve your visibility organically. So TikTok Shop will actually boost your visibility by up to 100%. And you're going to see your creators' videos go even more viral than usual. And all of this, it only costs 1% of your revenue. So TikTok Shop will cover part of your discounts, but they just want you to commit to 1% of the sales that you're going to make. So it's a pretty good deal. To qualify for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday flash sales, you need to offer at least 15% off your listing price or offer something below 6% below your lowest historical price since August 8th. TikTok will allocate campaign slots 3 days before the event. If you qualify and they accept you, you'll have at least one slot. If your products actually perform well, you'll even have more slots that will be allocated to you and even more discounts that will be funded by TikTok. So this is where the majority of the traffic and sales occur during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So you want to go ahead and register for those campaigns. Next up, what offer do you need to have for TikTok Shop to perform this year? Well, there's a few things that you can do, but the beautiful thing this year, TikTok Shop has really loosened up the rules around variants, bundles that you can add in your listings, and basically the combinations that you can have. And what I recommend doing is really having bundle packs. So you can see on the screen, Mary Ruth is doing this already. Offer some 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs, offer some value packs. There is a myth going on that TikTok only works for $20 products. It's not true. You can see it on the screen. They have it for $170. So offer some bundle packs and TikTok's algorithm will actually push you even further. So yeah, feature your best sellers on there and retire any confusing listings that you have. So if you've got some listings that are not making any sales, you don't want it to confuse your consumers. Just remove that and stick to your high performers. And yeah, so basically offering bundle packs also enables you to offer a larger discounts, which is really a plus on TikTok Shop. And you're still going to protect your margins because you're going to be saving on shipping fees and everything. So next up, you've got the paid media engine of TikTok Shop. So there's 3 main factors that you want to take into consideration. You've got GMV Max Delivery, and Creative Boost. GMV Max is where most of the ad sales from TikTok happen. Basically, it's designed for efficiency and profit. You'll set a target ROAS, let's say 3 or 4, and then you'll set a budget. And if the algorithm sees that it's not able to reach the target ROAS that you gave it, it will actually stop spending the money. So it's really designed for profits. And then you have GMV Max Delivery. GMV Max Delivery is not really used, but during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it's going to be very important. So you want, what it does, basically, it's optimized for speed. So if you've got a GMV Max campaign already working, you use GMV Max Delivery to optimize that campaign and to emphasize it when speed matters. So during the day of Black Friday, this is where you want to go all in and you want even more exposure, use GMV Max Delivery for that. And for the Creative Boost, so sometimes you'll see that you have some creatives that should be performing on there, but the algorithm is having a little bit of trouble pushing that creative. So what you want to do is use Creative Boost and set a budget for that specific creative. And from there, TikTok will actually enable that creative to push it further. So this should help. And then you want to be working with creators on retainers. So basically, creators is 80% of TikTok Shop. You want to have them on retainers to ensure quality, consistent content. And guys, on TikTok Shop, you can get retainers for as low as $10 per video. You cannot get that kind of deal into any other platform. So make the most of it. Take advantage of those quality creators that you have. So basically, retainers, creators understand your product, your tone and hooks. Think about it, guys. You have them on retainers for multiple creatives. They've tested multiple hooks. They've tested multiple call to action. So they know what's going to be working and what's not working. And also, basically, with that, you're going to reduce the sampling that you do, the onboarding time, and you're going to ensure predictable output from quality creators that can bring success to your brand. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday just comes down to repetition and brand recall. and retainers basically deliver both of that. So how do you train the creator retainers that you have? You can do multiple things. First, you want to host a webinar, just like we're doing with you guys. You want to host a session for these creators, and they take their job very seriously. A lot of them depends on commission. So they'll get on your webinar and you'll see them taking notes. Tell them the top hooks that are converting, effective call to actions, get it before the timer runs out. Shop now while it's 30% off. And you also want to add some scarcity. Tell them about the scarcity. It's about to run out of stock. It's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's the last time of the year that we're going to restock. So scarcity is extremely important, especially during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. All we want right now is sales. So the scarcity and the call to actions is very much needed. And then you can do some one-on-one reviews with them. So giving actually personalized feedback to the creators and jumping on calls with them and telling them what to improve will improve your conversion rate from up to 3 to 5 times. We've seen it a lot with the brands that we work with. It does make a difference. So take the time to guide the creators that you're working with. And obviously you want to have a content guideline for them. Make one specifically for Black Friday. And the framework should always be hook, demo, urgency, and call to action. So how to execute, as I said, schedule some weekly meetings with them, encourage the creators to record multiple ad variants per hook so you can test at scale, and blend organic and paid media. So use their best organic content with Spark ads during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And when you're using their Spark ads, you want to look for creatives that have, like I said, clear call to action and scarcity. This is really what's going to make the difference in terms of sales. We've seen tons of videos going viral, but not drive any sale. And the main cause of that is scarcity and call to action. It wasn't clear enough. So this is the creative framework that I told you was working: hook, demo, proof, call to action. So basically, how do you create those briefs? So I'll go through a brief template that we've built internally, and this brief has been generating millions of views every single month for the brands that we work with. So this is the one right there on screen. First, you want to make the creators see the value. Tell them that they can make money by joining your program. Tell them, put some social proof on there. So you're going to have some competition and other brands reaching out to them. So they need to be able to see that other creators are making some money. Then another thing that's really important is the hook ideas. So make it simple for them. Tell them some hooks that are already working for your brand. And then you've got also something that's really important, the call to action and scarcity, as I said. And also show them what's worked. Put some examples on there of creatives that you already have that are working. If you don't have that, put some creatives from other brands. Show them what other brands are doing, what other creators, how are they making money? And then you can add also, specifically for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, some performance rewards.
Amazing. Rabi, I don't know what anybody's been doing aside from taking notes, because you've just been dropping straight knowledge. When you said I'm going to drop the sauce, I did not underestimate you, and I believed you fully, and I was still gobsmacked. So we did get a couple of questions for your session. One's from Jai Patel. He said, what's the strategy for tagging products in posts? Tag products typically drop the post reach. So yeah, his question was your strategy for tagging the products in your posts, because he said every time they tag their products, they find that the reach of their posts decreases.
It should not. They should always tag your brand, and they need to also add the orange basket, obviously, and have a call to action on there. But on our end, we don't see any difference when they tag or they don't tag the brand.
Okay. And then the last question is somebody asking a more expansive question. How long does it usually take to set up on TikTok Shop, assuming they have like 10 SKUs that they want to sell on the platform?
Yeah, so this is a really good question. So first of all, if you have 10 SKUs, you want to focus on a hero product first. So don't go on there and start pushing 10 products. You want to focus on one. And then after that, you can leverage the other SKUs that you have. And it doesn't take that long to set up. You can get set up in 2 weeks. But to really see the traction and stuff, we usually recommend being patient for at least 3 months. There's going to be friction, obviously.
So for Cold Start Supplement Brand, what would be your approach for TikTok Shop?
For supplement brands. So supplement brand is a competitive niche, but it's a niche that's performing very well. If you look at the top products, health and wellness is up there. What I would do is I would get on there. If you have an Amazon or a Shopify, make sure to import the reviews that you have on there. Basically, this will give you a little bit of social proof. It gets your reviews on there. A lot of people don't know that you can import reviews. You want to start working with creators on retainers. If you've got a budget, set $3,000 for creators retainers, and this will really help you avoid the friction at first. Because if you are looking for creators to sample to without having any revenue on there, you're going to have zero GMV. So creators are not going to want to work with you. So have a budget for retainers and just go all in on retainers. And this will really help you jumpstart your product.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rabi. You know where to hit him up at Livano Agency if you want to know how to configure your TikTok shop. And then,
yes, sorry to cut you off. So
no worries.
You
have
can
an
find
offer?
us. Yeah, you can find us at livanoagency.com. And for people that are specifically in this webinar, we're going to offer a free strategy call. So book a call at livanoagency.com.
That's an offer if I've ever heard one, a free strategy call for Rabi.